So a Chinese court canceled an auction for a criminal's possession after public bidding reached an unexpected $13.4 million. It's believed that the bids were an attempt to win a rare Yu-Gi-Oh card that is among the possessions. Now, as reported by the South China Morning Post, the card in question is a blue-eyed white dragon. If you all know your Yu-Gi-Oh, that is the card that shuts shit down until Exodia the Forbidden comes through with that real black Air Force energy. And this card was contained inside a special Yu-Gi-Oh official card game 20th anniversary frame. It's one of only 500 that were made. Now, the card is currently valued somewhere around 2 to 300,000 won. That's approximately about $31,000 to $46,000. And the bidding reached 13.4 million US, and that was cause for suspicion, so the auction was shut down for foul play. And that is wild, right? Like 13.4 million for a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, the highest selling comic was Action Comics 1, and that sold for only 3.25 million. You know, Jake Paul was walking around with a 150K Charizard around his neck when he went to fight Floyd Mayweather. And it's just crazy about how much stuff that we grew up with as children is like really bringing in bank. I said all that to say, for all of you people who laughed at us nerds and geeks with our cards and our comics, the joke's on you now with your broke ass. Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 83. Welcome, everybody. This is the podcast, Do You Speak Geek? I am your host, Nix, and we're here to bring you the latest and greatest in everything in the geek realm. Shout out to everybody who has been rocking, all the new subscribers, all the new followers, the new family, the new friends. Man, I love each and every one of y'all, so big shout out to y'all, especially my avid listeners. Big ups to y'all for staying with me, and if you're a first-time listener, welcome to Do You Speak Geek? I want to first give a shout out to Spreaker. That is the home team. If you're listening, shout out to Spreaker. This is probably where you listen to the podcast. If not, you're probably listening on one of the other mini podcast outlets out there. So wherever you get your podcast, please be sure to hit that search and look for Do You Speak Geek. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. We got merch, we got blogs, we got photos, we got videos. We kind of got a little of everything on there. So please be sure to hit that search for DoYouSpeakGeek.com and, save it to your favorites if you don't mind. Stay in touch with DYSG. Follow us on social medias, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram at Do You Speak Geek. For those of you who follow us on Instagram, we just wrapped up a amazing interview with the homie Hieroglyphics, one half of Concepts. Amazing rapper, Rubik's Cube aficionado, martial artist, real estate agent. The man does a lot of stuff, but he raps great for real. So definitely follow that young man and definitely stay in tune with us too at Do You Speak Geek on Instagram. YouTube, the only place where you can find the Dono and Daddy Show. I hope you all enjoyed our previous video for the most trash fathers. We got more content coming, so please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave your comments. We want to know what you guys think. So we got a pretty packed show here, people. Not a whole lot to go over as far as a big story, but we definitely got a lot of stuff to go through here, y'all. So as we do about this time, let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week: X Factor 10, The Last Dance. At the Hellfire Gala, secrets will be revealed, vengeance will be had, and someone's number is up. You'll never guess whose. This is the final issue of the Hellfire Gala tie-in. Don't miss this one. The United States of Captain America number 1. The shield has been stolen. No one understands the value of the shield like those who wield it. So Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson set out on a road trip across America to chase down the thief. But instead, they find the captains. Everyday people from all walks of life who've taken up the mantle of Captain America to defend their communities. And for some reason, the shield thief wants them all dead. Can Sam and Steve get to them first? Christopher Cantwell and Dave Eaglesman lead a can't-miss miniseries celebrate Captain America's 8th anniversary, joined by a rotating series of creative teams to tell the stories of each new captain. Starting with Aaron Fisher, the Captain America of the Railways, brought to life by Josh Trujillo and Jan Balduza. Yo, this one's gonna be good. We've all seen previews of the captains. Some I feel like is representation. Some I feel like it's just fan service. Some I feel like it's tokenism. But we will see what happens at the very end of this miniseries. White, number 1. The team that asked, what if only black people had superpowers, is back with the sequel to the critically acclaimed series Black. It's been 3 years since the world learned only black people have superhuman abilities, and the United States has responded by electing Theodore Mann to presidency. The only person standing in the way of his policies to control empowered blacks and Kareem Jenkins and his allies. Yo, I had to actually go back and cop the Black series. This is a good book, people. Please be sure to check this one out. And finally, we have Spawn 319. This is where it all starts, folks. This month, on the pages of Spawn 319, we plant the seed that will grow into the new Spawn universe. Yes, the word is Spawn, and it is officially expanding. And this is the jumping on point for new readers. We have new threats, new allies, and more importantly, new titles. Y'all already know I'm a stand for Spawn. Y'all already know. Please cop all these issues at your local comic book store when you get the opportunity to. This coming up Wednesday for Source Wall Wednesday. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder.
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude.
I am the villain of the story.
Alright, so Shazam 2 revealed new costumes. They look pretty freaking awesome, I must say myself. Director David F. Sandberg has officially unveiled the new costumes worn by the heroes in the DC Comics sequel. He took to Twitter this past Monday, and he opted to get ahead of potential leakers by offering fans a first look at the Shazam family's new suits. The photo spotlights Zachary Levi's titular hero, along with Adam Brody, Megan Good, Ross Butler, Michelle Borth, and DJ Contero. The latest reveal comes shortly after Sandberg shared a teaser of Levi's Shazam costume in a video he posted on social media. As glimpsed in the brief clip, the outfit features more gold accents and a sleeker look, particularly around the boots and the wrist, and with the rest of the suits also appearing to be more refined. That's a definitely accurate description. I mean, because if you look at the first suits versus these, the first suits look bad compared to these. The Shazam family's lightning bolt chest logo is also slightly altered to match the overall ensemble. And y'all ain't shit on social media for changing these, make them look like Power Rangers. I mean, yeah, we get it, but y'all chill. Transformers 7 title revealed. So originally slated for June 2019, Transformers 7 was pulled from Paramount's schedule. As we all know, Rona. Circled by rumors of a franchise reboot with Hasbro having more creative control. During a virtual kickoff event in the 7th film franchise, which has officially begun production, Producer Lorenzo di Bonaventura and director Stephen Cappell Jr. revealed that the next film will take place in the year 1994, 7 years after 2018's Bumblebee, and will feature the Beast Wars mythology. The title? Transformers: Rise of the Beast. The official synopsis is: returning to the action and spectacle that captured moviegoers around the world 14 years ago with the original Transformers, Transformers: Rise of the Beast will take audiences on a 90s globe-trotting adventure and introduce the Maximals, Predacons, and Terracons to the existing battle on Earth between Autobots and Decepticons. Beast Wars was my joint back in the day. Let's go. I'm here for it. I know it's like 500 Transformers movies, but we need this one too. I'm sorry. If we're going to do so many, let's do some too. Let's get it. Disney's Snow White live action remake has found its lead. So Disney has found its lead for the upcoming live action remake of 1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in Rachel Zegler. The news comes by way of Variety, which reports Zegler will play the character in the remake set to film sometime next year. Zegler is set to make her feature film debut on December 10th as Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, and she'll appear in Shazam Fury of the Gods alongside Helen Mirren next April before she begins to whistle while she works as Snow White. I was just saying to my wife the other day, I don't know why they haven't made this one yet, and here we are. So yeah, I think she'll be great. I think she'll do a good job. Hopefully we get some more casting info and news. I'm not sure if they'll find actual, little people to play the dwarfs, or if they'll just CGI other people and have them play the statutorily impaired workers in the mines and such. But I'm interested to see how they're gonna do the casting. I think it would be hilarious if they did like a cast of 7 comedians. I think that would be incredible. But that's just how I think. Disney, holla at your boy. The CW is developing a supernatural prequel series titled The Winchesters. So only a few months after airing its final season, the CW is planning a return to the world of Supernatural. The network is developing a prequel series titled The Winchesters, focusing on Sam and Dean's parents. Now, this is coming from Deadline. Jensen Ackles will reprise his role as Dean Winchester to narrate The Winchesters. Jensen and his wife, reoccurring Supernatural guest star Danielle Ackles, will serve as executive producer. Supernatural co-executive producer Robbie Thompson will serve as writer and another executive producer. Now, that's a lot of talk from Jensen Ackles, but what about Jared Padalecki? Well, he was left out of the loop completely. And he said this on Twitter, quote, "Dude, I'm happy for you. Wish I heard about this some other way other than Twitter. I'm excited to watch, but bummed that Sam Winchester had no involvement whatsoever." Damn, that's gotta suck. They're going on with the spinoff show, and you were on the show for what? Like Supernatural had like 15, maybe 13 seasons? Like Supernatural was there from the transition from the WB to CW and stuck around for a long time, well after Smallville. And Jared Padalecki was there for all of it, just like Jensen Ackles was, and he just was left out of the loop completely? Crazy. That's just crazy. Speaking of Smallville, an animated sequel to Smallville is being developed with original cast members. After a surprise reprisal on the CW's Arrowverse crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Smallville fans can look forward to even more of Tom Welling as Clark Kent in the future. In a new cameo post, the actor stated that an animated sequel series to Smallville is in the works, with actor Michael Rosenbaum also attached to reprise his role as Lex Luthor. Quote, "Michael Rosenbaum and I are actually working on an animated series to bring those characters back to life and use as many of the original cast members as possible," Welling said. Quote, "Don't tell anybody though, it's a secret. We're still working on it." Listen, come close. When I tell you that I am super geeked for this, if anyone knows me personally, you know how I feel about Smallville. You know I love it. It is part of who I am. It is part of my family. Please, please, let this be true. Let this come to light. And let's get it. Okay, I'm cool. I'm good. Somebody save me. Let's hop into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, gamers, only one story because we kind of got burnt out from E3 last week. But here we are. EA reveals the first Play Live details. Now, Electronic Arts has revealed its first details for this year's EA Play Live showcase. The event will be hosted by Austin Creed, also known as WWE's Xavier Woods. That's my guy. The pre-show will begin on July 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The main showcase will follow, but a specific time has not been announced. Unfortunately, EA has not provided any additional information regarding the event or which games fans might expect to see during the year's presentation. Hopefully, the publisher will have plenty of exciting things to reveal for the rest of the year and maybe even for the start of 2022 as well. I mean, I'm looking forward to some sort of a new Star Wars game, perhaps. Be even get an announcement of when we're bringing back NCAA football. I'm definitely looking forward to possibly The Sims 5 being revealed finally. But yeah, we'll see. Let's speak technical for a moment.
Technically speaking,
your technological advancements.
1.21 gigawatts!
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
All right, people, technically speaking, Microsoft has officially announced Windows 11. Now, during Microsoft What's Next for Windows event, the software giant unveiled its latest operating system, Windows 11, following months of teasers and an accidental leak a week before the event. Windows 11 will offer a free upgrade according to Microsoft, for those of you who are wondering. It's the successor to Windows 10, Microsoft's latest operating system, and introduces some improvements to the user interface, such as a new start menu that is now located at the center of the taskbar. Apple. At first glance, Windows 11's user interface resembles the canceled Windows 10X, which was an OS that was planned for dual screen devices like the Surface Neo. Windows 11 will also incorporate a lot of interesting features found on Microsoft Xbox Series XS game consoles, including audio HDR and an Xbox Game Pass app built directly into the OS. The operating system will also integrate Microsoft Teams, and more surprisingly, Windows 11 will support and run Android apps through a new Windows Store. To receive a free upgrade of Windows 11, Windows 10 PC owners must meet the minimum requirements needed to run Windows 11, which is currently a 64-bit processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, and if you meet the criteria, Windows 11 will arrive on your PC the same way Windows 10 did back when the updates were delivered to the computers. Windows 11 will launch later this year, with it available to download by the holiday season. However, beta build will roll out to Windows Insiders starting on June 28th, which is today, people. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. I mean, if you look at the interface, people, it looks just like Mac. It looks just like Mac. But I'm excited with the integration of the Android apps in the Windows Store. Yeah, let's do it. Let us go geek beyond geek.
what is our universe made of?
Is extraterrestrial human contact.
Yes, science!
All right, you aliens out there, Virgin Galactic gets FAA approval to fly customers to space. Let's do it. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic Holdings Incorporated came a step closer to sending customers to the edge of space this past Friday as federal regulators expanded the company's operating license. Virgin is competing with Blue Origin LLC in the accelerating race to carry space tourists on short subterranean flights. The race moved forward earlier this month when it said its first manned flight will take place in July with Mr. Bezos himself as a passenger. This is with Blue Origin. Now, this past Friday, Virgin said that Federal Aviation Administration granted approval for Virgin's full commercial space launch license, opening the door for outside passengers to join flights. The approval followed a test flight this past May 22nd. Virgin plans to send passengers to space in a rocket-propelled vessel that is launched from a high-flying airplane after being dropped from about 50,000 feet in the skies over New Mexico. The spacecraft shoots above the Kármán line, the imaginary lower boundary of space, where passengers experience weightlessness for a few minutes before the spacecraft descends and lands on a runway. Roughly 600 people who have signed up as future passengers with Virgin Galactic will likely pay less than $500,000 for a ride. You know, if you just had that kind of laying around. This was said by a Virgin executive. Yo, I know it's like $500,000 to do this, but come on now. You ain't trying to go to space? You don't want to see the moon? You don't want to maybe, catch Venus out of your window? Come on. You ain't trying to go to space? Come on now. I know I would. To see satellites, all that stuff? Yeah. If I had the money to blow like that, absolutely. Sign me up. All right, people. Let's mark out.
So what you gonna do?
Goodbye and good night. Bang!
Okay, you wrestling smarts. I feel like I'm repeating this story over and over again with just new names, but alas, here we are again. WWE releases another round of wrestlers in a surprising move. The WWE has released multiple wrestlers from their contracts, most of whom were part of the NXT or Cruiserweight brands. News broke that Tony Nese, Arya Daivari, the team of Chase Parker and Matt Martell, also known as Everrise, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, together known as Breezango, and August Gray have all been released from WWE. Several other wrestlers confirmed their releases on social media, and as always, we wish them well on their future endeavors. Yo, with these whole budget cuts, I had a friend of mine give a very interesting thought. With the budget cuts and with the pandemic happening, no other wrestling promotion was letting people go, at least not for these reasons. But for some reason, WWE is always letting people go like hotcakes. I don't understand what is actually the problem. New Japan didn't drop anybody. AEW didn't drop anybody. So why is WWE always firing people? I don't know. It just makes you kind of wonder, Oh well. Well, people, that is the podcast. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please like this podcast, follow this podcast, subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe, like the content. Let's just let your boy know what you think about that content. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe and like the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?